It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And it's time now for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Friday night, October 16th, 2020. It's 10 o'clock. Norton temperature is 55 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Friday night is Joe Biden blames Trump's deliberate Michigan tweet for plot to kidnap Michigan governor. In abrupt reversal, Trump will now grant federal wildfire aid to California, governor says. Supreme Court tees up census case over whether Trump can exclude undocumented immigrants. Republican National Committee files Federal Election Commission complaint over Twitter ban on Hunter Biden articles. U.S. budget deficit hit $3.1 trillion amid virus spending surge. UNC hits Trump over the economy. John losses in first closing arguments. Michigan court stops 2-week absentee ballot extension. White supremacist gang members charged in federal drugs and weapons case. New Hampshire announces it will sue Massachusetts over cross-border income tax collections. HHS lawyer, Trump's drug cards could violate election law. Grizzly beheading of teacher in terror attack rattles France. Police in Bangkok use water cannon to break up anti-government protests. Fauci COVID-19 numbers would have to get really bad before advocating national lockdown. Boris Johnson says the UK should prepare for no-deal Brexit. Massachusetts loosens a credit tier for its out-of-state travel rules amid COVID-19 uptick. Boston activists who put needles outside Charlie Baker's house wants to be able to come back. Lots of delays in next phase of in-person learning until October 29th. Trump announced his partnership with CVS and Walgreens for nursing home COVID vaccination. Cowboy jobless rate dips as jobs are added despite pandemic. Coca-Cola will discontinue tap after at least 60 years. Lebanon marks first year of uprising, sees long road to change. New England Patriots cancel practice after positive COVID-19 test. Seven and 2 new COVID-19 cases confirmed in Massachusetts and bringing the statewide total to 139,353. Brockton reports 10 new COVID-19 cases and 1 additional death on Friday. NASA taps Nokia to bring LTE to the moon. Elon Musk says SpaceX's first Starship trip to Mars could fly in 4 years. If Oregonians don't change their ways fast, new projections show COVID-19 skyrocketing. North Carolina unveils plan to deploy coronavirus vaccine. New blood test accurately predicts COVID-19 patients will develop severe infection and record 1,094 new Idaho COVID-19 cases and 6 new deaths. Peter Chill News Time is 10:03, 3 minutes after 10 on this late Friday night. Time now for Peter Chill. Game 6, Houston Astros leading the Tampa Bay Rays 7-4. And the Atlanta Braves leading the LA Dodgers 2-0 in Game 5 of the NLCS. Denver Broncos quarterback Drew Lock likely to start. Running back Melvin Gordon has illness. And Miles Garrett focused on Ben Roethlisberger, not Mason Rudolph. Peter Chill News Time, 10:04. Time now for Peter Chill and Traffic and Transit Check on this late Friday night. On the MBTA Franklin Line trains are now able to operate throughout the Norwood Central area at reduced speed, and service was resumed with result delays due to a vehicle striking a bridge. And Otherwise, looking good in the trains affected are the Franklin trains 726, 728, and 758. And the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, taking a look at the highways and byways of New England in Rhode Island. Newport Bridge on the westbound side, a little bit slow. Southeast Massachusetts Cape byways are looking good. Boston vicinity looking good. Central Mass highways are looking good. 91 northbound side, a little bit slow around Route 200 in Greenfield, Massachusetts, and 84 eastbound side, westbound side, a little slow in Manchester, Connecticut, and 95 northbound side, a little bit slow around the Milford, Connecticut area, and up in northern New England. 91 southbound side, a little bit slow on Linden, Vermont. 295 southbound side, a little slow Freeport, Maine, and Vermont, New York, Maine was looking good at 95 northbound side, low sort of Midway, Maine. Peter Chill News time, 10:05. Time now for weather report. Moderate bands of rain coming on much of the Midwest of Boston and coming on much of Rhode Island, Connecticut, central West Mass, and up to southern Vermont and up to New Hampshire and straight to eastern New York. And that's going to be here in about an hour or two. And low pressure forms and trucks just southeast of Nantucket Lake tonight and early Saturday morning, bringing more rain to southern New England with locally heavy downpours and isolated thunderstorms and rain exits early Saturday morning, followed by dry weather and gusty northwest winds as the low tracks to the maritime Saturday afternoon as high pressure builds Saturday night into the Sunday, providing dry, tranquil, cool weather. Mostly dry when wet weather continues Sunday to Thursday with temperatures trending upward. Cold front as previously pushed throughout the entire forecast range with the exception of Cape Island, where temperatures are still at 60s with southerly winds. Prior to this time, winds have shifted to the northwest element. Temperatures beyond the front much cold in the low 50s. Rainfall has a bit of more robust to the west than initially forecast, with some areas in western Massachusetts approaching 1 inch in the past 6 hours. It is indicated by MRMSQPE. This is a product of an area of strong FGAN that has been since weakened along the precipitation weights. Light rainfall will continue for the next few hours before intensified overnight at the upper level of trough takes on a negative tilt and introduces a frontal wave off the mid-Atlantic coast overnight. This short wave is also accompanied by a 160 knot upper jet streak. This very strong portion of it is sent over the Massachusetts down Connecticut after midnight, and this will result in a minute area of rain overspread in the region later in the night. Cold temperatures aloft with approach of negative tilt through will steepen middle-level lapse rates, and this will increase the risk of bed and elevated convection, especially over Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts after midnight into early Saturday morning. This will enhance the rainfall potential. As a result, expected widespread 1 to 2 inches of rainfall will flow probably of isolated 1 to 3 inches. Skimming in middle-level trough remains over, but progressive any 3-inch amounts will be isolated spread or at over 12 to 18 hours, and therefore an often a more amount of poor drainage for urban flooding. Not expecting any significant flood in the frame is beneficial rains for the region. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast. It goes like this. Showers of rain can be at times with a low around 44 degrees and north wind about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 1%, dew percent between 3/4 and 1 inch possible for Saturday. Showers like mean before 11 a.m., petrified before 9 a.m. wise. Cloud skies about mid-morning, gradual cooling with a high of 56 degrees and northwest about 10 to 13 miles an hour, because 26 miles per hour. Chest pitch is 60% new percent between a 10 and inch possible. Saturday night, clear skies about 34 degrees. Like west wind. Sunday, sun sky about 62, low 42 degrees. Calm and coming south breeze around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Monday, sun sky about 63, low 47 degrees. Light wind. Tuesday, partly sun sky about 68, low 50 degrees. Calm and coming south around 6 miles per hour in the morning. Wednesday, partly sun sky about 66, low 51 degrees. Calm and coming south around 6 miles per hour in the afternoon. And for Thursday, most of the sun sky about 68, low 50 degrees. Calm and coming west around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. And for Friday, most of the sun about 68 degrees southwest, about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 0%. And that's going to be right now, not an overcast at 55 degrees. That's going to be for the Vader channel. 10 o'clock news on this slate. Friday, October 16, 2020. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Hope you have a good night with a good positive attitude. We'll see you. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well.